What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C4 here, and today we are taking a look at another one of our one-off connected franchise modes, and this has been one of the most requested ones that we've had in all the comment section below. So I figured, what better way to start off the month of March than without doing a PD slash suspended slash bad boys, I guess, connected franchise mode. So what this is first of all, we use the Patriots as the base team, because why not? If you think about greasy NFL teams, scumbag, Super Bowl winning teams, it usually is the Patriots, but because of the whole Deflategate, Spygate, pretty much more gates than a gate store, we're going to be using the Patriots as our background team. And for the most of this, I'm just going to quickly go through the suspensions and use some like old personal remembering of each player, but most of these are just banned substance bans to make the roster. Let's take a quick gander. Before we jump right in, if you have any suggestions of what you want to see for maybe one of these one-off connected franchise modes, you let me know. You just let me know in the comment section below, and I will try my best to get them done. So let's take a quick gander at the roster. And starting at the quarterback position, first of all, we're going to be starting with Tom Brady, which means, how Madden simulations work and how we do these one-offs. We're probably going to the Super Bowl. But Tom Brady, Deflategate, he's been, he probably has the most notable suspensions, more so than even fucking Michael Vick, who we'll talk about in a second. And I think personally, the suspensions against Brady are kind of bullshit. And, he is the greatest quarterback of all time. I could say that. As much as I hate the Patriots, I despise the Patriots, and I hate Patriots fans where I live. If you're a subscriber, and you probably don't live where I live, and you're totally fine with me, but just if you live in my fucking town, you're a Patriot fan, you're 95% of their bandwagon, and it's more so I hate bandwagon fans than Patriot fans specifically. But Tom Brady is going to be our starter, 97 overall. He's a baller. Backup is Mike Vick. Most notably the whole dogfighting incident. And then luckily the Philadelphia Eagles gave him a second chance, and he gave maybe the most exciting Philadelphia Eagles season since since our Super Bowl run, really, in 2010. But I don't know. Did he retire? Did he not retire? Seems like saw like a bunch of news articles saying, "Oh, he's getting cold feet. He doesn't want to retire anymore after seeing Tom Brady at 3 years older going to the Super Bowl." But Michael Vick, yeah, some people are upset. I think he did his time in society, personally. That's my take on Michael Vick. I know where I live. I've already kind of talked about this in, I think, one of my live streams. I know where I live, that dog fighting in like certain areas of my town does exist. I don't know personally anyone. I've never heard of anything. I'm not a dog guy, really. I'm a cat guy, But it's still fucking terrible. And those guys, I know kind of who does it. No punishment whatsoever. And like anytime you see anything like that, like here, they'll just take their dogs away and they might get a fine. Michael Vick went to jail for a fucking year. So it seems like he was the poster child of punishment for dog fighting. And I think, what he does, I'm a fucking animal lover. I think it's pretty, fucking terrible. But he more than paid his debt to society. And he truly looks like, since he got out, he's done everything right. Everything. I think Michael Vick truly has changed his life around. And I'm a Michael Vick fan because of what he did in Philadelphia and the way he handled himself after all this. Plus, like I said, I don't think, even if you hate Michael Vick because of the dogfighting thing, his punishment seems like, I don't know, I'm not super informed on the situation, but it seems like he got, 10, like the fucking punishment for whatever dogfighting is, he got it turned up to the max because, he was in this public spotlight and all that stuff. So I think he more so paid his debts to society, and he's all right in my book. Then we got Johnny Manziel, who we all know banned substances, but he's been suspended countless times, loves smoking the ganj, loves partying, all that stuff. So we're going to have Johnny Manziel here. He probably won't feature very much, but we'll have Brady be our starter. And the running backs, Le'Veon Bell. We all know Le'Veon Bell is pretty much, for fantasy football players, you always want to have your draft as long as possible because you never know if Le'Veon Bell is going to get a suspension of some sort. I think it's been for pot twice. So I'm not sure. I think one more suspension for Bell, and he's out for the year. I think he just had a 4-game, and then one more. No, I think one more suspension. Bell's out for 10 games. I don't actually know how it works. I'm just kind of going off what happened with Lane Johnson. But yeah, Bell he's been suspended twice already in his young, talented career, so he's going to be on this roster. Then we have Adrian Peterson, who most notably was the 15-game suspension for violating league personal conduct, which was how he punished his kid. Which was, I don't know, I think that was personally bullshit, to be honest with you, and people that really keep bringing that up. It's the people that bring that up and really hold that against AP our social justice war. Like, they're soft people, to be honest with you. I mean, I'm not gonna tell you what you can and cannot be offended by, but I can tell you that my opinion of people that are offended by what AP did. Yeah, you're kind of soft. Suck it up, princess, you little snowflake. Then we left Blunt here on the Patriots roster. I think he actually got suspended for pot, but also he's a bad boy. He punched a guy when he was in Oregon. I think he punched a dude on Boise State, and that really hurt his draft stock. I mean, Blunt was regarded as one of the top running backs in that year's draft class, and he ended up going undrafted. Very similar parallels to what may happen with a guy like Joe Mixon, perhaps, in this year's upcoming draft. So we decided to keep LeGarrette Blount on this roster. Fullback, whatever. James Devlin's probably a badass, you know. For wide receivers, we got Alshon Jeffrey as the number 1 wide receiver. Banned substance, we saw that just recently in 2016. We got Brandon Marshall over here, who was kind of a bad boy earlier in his career. Now he's been, a model NFL player, has a bunch of charities for mental health. I think he himself has struggled with some mental health illness. So I mean, I've watched. They did like an NFL Network special. I don't see. Man, he seems like a pretty good guy. But I do remember back when he was with the Bears. I don't actually know if it was so much. Maybe he's like an earlier with the Bears, but it was probably with the Broncos. That he was kind of a fucking dickhead. But he has been suspended for banned substances. We have Martavis Bryant, who currently just served a season suspension for banned substances. We got Terrell Pryor, who had. I can't remember exactly what it was, but I think he had to face some suspension because of shit happened at Ohio State. I don't know if it was improper recruiting or was it the fucking selling of memorabilia. I can't remember exactly what was Terrell Pryor, but he had a somewhat lengthy suspension for shit that happened while he was at Ohio State. Then we also have Josh Gordon, PEDs, maybe the poster boy right now of being suspended. And Michael Floyd, who recently signed the Patriots after getting a pretty brutal DUI. I think he was like fucking an outrageously high amount over the legal alcohol limit. So we have him on the roster. Malcolm Mitchell's a goody two-shoes. We just decided to keep him here at the bottom end of the depth chart because he went to Georgia, so you might as well be a piece of shit. Tight ends, we have Martellus Bennett, who has a team violation suspension when he was with the Chicago Bears, and I believe it was getting in a fight at training camp. I don't surprise it. Bennett looks like an absolute dickhead. And then we have Antonio Gates, the ageless wonder himself, who last season probably showed why he's been able to stay at such a high level at his age for banned substances. I'm pretty sure it was like a steroids or something like that. Look at the offensive line. It was kind of tough. But we have left tackle Trent Williams, who has a banned substances. We have left tackle Dwayne Brown from the Houston Texans, who had a PED. Left guard, we have Richie Incognito, who was the bullying. He gets suspended for team conduct because he bullied Jonathan Martin. I think it was Jonathan Martin, yeah. Again, very similar to kind of like Adrian Peterson. Those of you guys that, no one likes a fucking bully, but I mean, come on, you're grown men. Suck it up. I personally think, my take on this, and actually a lot of people where I live, my buddies, we just think Jonathan Martin's he was gay, and that was an issue. Like, he seems mentally, like, even if he went to another locker room, he still struggled and stuff like that. I think he has some issues like that, that he's trying to battle, and anytime someone would rip on him with, some Donald Trump grab her by the pussy locker room talk, it really just triggered Jonathan Martin. I just think he's a big-ass softy. But mental health is, if it truly is something wrong with Jonathan Martin's mental health, you need to get that checked out, because mental health is serious. But if it's not something like that, and he's just trying to cover stuff up, I don't know about that, man. Right guard, like I said, offensive line, we're going to apply it to play some of the tackles in the interior. Like, we have to move Central Henderson, who's a 69 overall. He plays for the Buffalo Bills. He had a banned substance flare-up. He's going to be actually playing at right guard for us. And then we have Lane Johnson of the Philadelphia Eagles. How can us Eagle fans forget Lane Johnson when he was with the Eagles? We were undefeated this year, but he had a fucking 10-game suspension. And I think we won like maybe one of the games that he was out for. 4 banned substances. First one was Adderall, and the second one was, some sort of steroid of some sort. It was bullshit because I remember I don't know if the first one was Adderall specifically, but it was some substance that's now allowed. So I think anytime you get suspended, especially where things are, proactive based off of previous suspensions, I think if you got suspended, like for Lane Johnson, you got his first suspension was something that's not banned anymore. That should be written off the record books then, because obviously you've deemed that it's actually not that bad. So, I don't know. You always have the people on the other side like, well, he still was taking a banned substance at that time. So, I don't know. Fuck off, Lane Johnson. Jesus Christ. The defensive ends. First, we'll start with Randy Gregory, who's, pretty much the defensive Johnny Manziel ever since he's been in the league. It's been incredibly difficult for him to stay on the field. He's probably the stupidest player, I would say, in the NFL. We also have Aldon Smith, who may be in contention for stupidest player in the NFL. He's been suspended multiple times for banned substances. He had that whole shooting up an airport or had a gun in an airport, something dumb like that. Mental health seems to be very, very flawed on Aldon Smith. I guess that's the best way to put it. We have Sheldon Richardson here, who banned substances, PED, and he also, I think he gets suspended because did he fucking break a speeding limit with a kid in the car, like an infant in the front seat, something real dumb like that. So Sheldon Richardson, congrats on making the all suspended team. Defensive tackles, number 1, we have Ndamukong Suh, who maybe regarded as the most dirtiest player in the NFL, has been suspended twice for stomping on a player, illegal conduct like that. I don't think he's ever tested positive for steroids, which is good, and I mean, it's somewhat surprising because he was maybe the most dominant defensive tackle I've ever seen in college football, and usually guys like that kind of flare up when they come to the NFL, but he's been clean, I think, from that standpoint. It's just been more so his conduct on the field. And then we have Marcel Darius, who had a banned substance flare at himself for a nice suspension. For the linebackers, we've got Rolando McClain here at middle linebacker. He's tested positive for banned substances. Plus, I think when he was with Oakland, there was an incident with a gun. I don't know if he got in a shooting accident or he actually shot someone or something like that. But, definitely not the cleanest record. We also have Quan Alexander, who had a banned substance suspension, I think, last year, his rookie season, for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Right outside linebacker, we have Vontaze Burfict, who may be in competition with Ndamukong Suh for the dirtiest player tag in the NFL. He had a suspension for player safety. You don't see those around a whole lot. And then we also have James Harrison, who caught a violent hit suspension. I mean, there was a time back in... Pretty much that was the first rivalry with Roger Goodell. Before it was all Roger Goodell versus Tom Brady, it was Roger Goodell versus James Harrison. It seemed like every other week James Harrison was getting a fine, and then he got so many fines they finally gave him actually suspension for a really, really bad hit. In the secondary, we have Aqib Talib here, who got suspended for banned substances. Plus, did he actually get suspended? Didn't he shoot himself in the foot this year? I don't know if he faced any suspension like that. I don't think. But he has come up with banned substances, and he has been questionable. Even back to his time with the Tampa Bay Bucks, he's made some bad decisions. We just kept Malcolm Butler on here because I assume because he went from West Alabama, he probably I didn't do any research, and I just saw a 91 overall corner, so we didn't kick him out the roster. But I assume the fact that he went to West Alabama, that's usually one of those schools where you get kicked off a college team and you went there to graduate. So that's my prejudice. I read that. We have Joe Hayden here, who had a banned substance suspension. David Amerson, who had a team violation while he was with the Washington Redskins. Not exactly sure what that was. I probably could have done a little bit more research, but you are a suspended bad boy, so you're going to make your way onto this team. Free safety, we have Brandon Merriweather, who has been suspended for illegal hits. Again, dirty player. Brandon Merriweather is a very dirty player, so we have him here. And then for the safeties, we have T.J. Ward, who got suspended for personal conduct. And we also have Deshaun Golston, who's been suspended for repeatedly offending player safety. So, in the same, a lot of the safeties are usually some of the more dirtier players because they usually can get that free shot. And not necessarily the free shot, they can usually get the late shot as well because they're usually coming in on somewhat cleanup duty to finish up a play. And they usually like to lead with the crown of their head. For the kicker, we got Matt Prater, who got suspended for banned substances. I think he had some trouble with alcohol, and that's why everyone was kind of surprised when he left the Denver Broncos. He seemed like he was one of the best kickers in the NFL, and then they just had some off-field issues with that. They let him go, and now he's in Detroit, once again being a very solid kicker in the NFL. And then at punter, we have Pat McAfee, who got suspended for a team violation. I have no idea what that team violation would be, but I only know Pat McAfee is quite the character. It's probably, something pretty petty and stupid on his part. Now he's retired, but we still will include him on our roster. So there you go, guys. If I missed anyone, obviously we're not going to be able to change it, but you can probably leave in the comment section below if there's any good story, perhaps, of a player that I didn't include that's been suspended, and we can have a nice little laugh there. So how we do these one-off connected franchise modes, this is your first time stopping by, is we're going to super sim all the way to week 16, play week 16 and week 17, to get some gameplay footage, but more often than not, we hope that we're making a playoff run, and we will play the moments in all of the playoff games. With a team like this, especially with Tom Brady, it seems like if you even put Tom Brady on the Cleveland Browns in the Super Sim, they're going to go to the playoffs. It seems the three things that I've learned throughout all, I've done a lot. I've probably done more Super Sim, one season Super Sims and stuff like that than anyone else on YouTube. There's three consistent things that happen in the Super Sim. One is more often than not, it's not consistent. Well, you could say consistently, don't give the ball to the computer with less than a minute before the end of the first half because they will get a touchdown. 2, San Diego Chargers are like John Cena. And 3, Tom Brady is Roman Reigns for some wrestling relations there. Pretty much they overcome all odds, and it doesn't matter what's going on, they're going to win in the sim. So hopefully that plays true for us, and we make a nice little playoff run here with the all PED suspended team. Plus it's the Patriots. Seems like the Patriots almost always kill the roster that much. Like in terms of talent that's no longer here, like Gronk's gone. Couple offensive linemen, I'd say. But for the most part, we have all like Hightower and Gronk are probably the 2 big omissions. But we're 4-4. Has some of our team got suspended here or what? I thought for sure this was gonna be a playoff. Like we're gonna be on. I thought we were gonna be 8-0, not the fucking Seattle Seahawks. 4-5. Jesus. This is like we have a 99 overall offense and I think 93 overall defense. All right, hopefully we'll take a quick check in a second. Hopefully the AFC East is pretty weak. And 9-10 wins will get you into the playoffs. I know as soon as I take over this team, we're probably gonna go off. Yeah, we're going a nice little streak there. 7-5 is looking a little bit better. If we can go 10-5, that'd be all right. Jesus. Well, Broncos are struggling too. So we're 7-7. We got a chance. I think we win out. We're in the playoffs. So let's put our money where our mouth is. Let's fucking do this. This is inexcusable that we're 7-7. Unless like, actually, let's check out the uni. See if we can get a better uniform. I hate the Patriots uniforms, but I like the old retro ones. Let's go with these ones. I remember my brother has one of these jerseys. My brother has I think Rodney Harrison jersey of this. It's either Rodney Harrison or Kevin Falk jersey. One of the two he has in that old one. But yeah, I don't know. Unless something with the updates. There has been an update since I last did a one-off connected franchise mode. Maybe they just made the Patriots suck. I don't know. This team doesn't make sense. There's 90s all over the place. You have the number 1 quarterback, the number 1 running back in this game, 290 overall wide receivers, a 92 overall tight end. Probably the average overall of the offensive line is like 90, like high between 88 and 90, and we're 7-7. Defense is strong. We have, the only weak link really on defense is fucking linebacker. I don't know, but we win out. We get in the playoffs. It's a snow game. Give me the ball. All right, 3rd down. 3rd and 1. We'll just hand it off to Le'Veon. That's pretty basic. We only had 10 offensive plays, and it's halfway through the 2nd quarter. Yeah, Le'Veon's all right. He's a pretty good player. I think this might be the first time I've played with Le'Veon Bell in this year's game, actually. Haven't done the Steelers rebuild yet, and he wouldn't have been the starting running back in the legendary Steelers roster, so this was the first time I've played with Le'Veon Bell. Oh, fucking bullshit, man. Yeah, because we all know Brandon Marshall, when he doesn't catch a ball, he makes sure that he pops it right up 10 feet in the air. Stupid. All right. So Le'Veon Bell's pretty much going to be our main weapon, I think. We don't have a whole lot of speed. Alshon and Brandon Marshall are fairly similar. It's a reunion from the Chicago Bears days, but most of these guys are just big-bodied wide receivers. And Martavis Bryant is also pretty... Like, all these guys are over here, like... We just have giants at wide receiver. But I think Martavis Bryant has like 93 speed, so I guess he technically could be our deep threat. Let's hit him back with that deep attack here. Oh, what is going on? This is horrible. This is fucking horrible. Alright, we gotta get a touch. Okay, I gotta make up for that. We gotta get a touchdown here. The first pick, not my fault. That pick, 1,000% my fault. So I'm gonna make sure we get at least points on the board. Jets are playing good defense, though. Like right there, I was almost... They had everyone covered. Luckily, Alshon was just a size mismatch. Full slate of timeouts. Oh my fuck! Like, how does that happen when you have a 90 overall? Like, how do some players run that out route differently? That's what I want to know. Okay, we let the computer get a touchdown there because we're playing absolutely horrible right now. Horrible. This might be the worst I've played. I haven't played Madden in like 2 days. This is the first time playing it, but that's no excuse. This is fucking horrible. All right, 2-yard. That's another pair. We have the wide receivers from Chicago when we have the running backs once upon a time for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Maybe it's the snow. I'm not liking the snow and the white jerseys. Personally, to be completely honest with you, I'm not a fan of this shit. Look, almost another... that's what it is. I'm actually going to throw it up there. Maybe it's my old man eyes. I do not like the white jerseys with the snow. Find it's inconvenient, to say the least. We need to win this game for sure to have a chance. Especially Jets are first. My God, Bennett, make a fucking play. You're 6'9". Guess we'll kick the field goal. We're going to lose because we had to settle for this field goal because Bennett can't make a play to save his life. We just have a 97 overall quarterback, but don't worry, he won't make any good passes. All right. It's in our hands to win. Let's go. Come on. C4, shake out the fucking rust, bud. All right, and this is where we're gonna fucking milk the clock here. What to do? What to do? Get the first down. Simple as that. Take it to the 2-minute warning. Oh my God, those jerseys are so 90s. So 1990s. They should do that. Shit, every ugly team from the 90s jersey in this game. Like back when Starter made jerseys and stuff like that. Of course, Tom Brady dives because fucking won't slide. Head first there, Brady. Deflate the ball. Alright, once we get this, after one more play, we'll turn off Chew the Clock. We just want to make sure that this is 100% going to be the last possession of the game. Like, what kind of pass is that? 97 overall quarterback makes your fucking wide receiver on an easy slant jump 5 feet in the air. Horrible. Like, maybe we need to throw in Michael Vick here. At least he caught it. Let's try some of this gimmicky stuff. That's the problem with the Patriots. I don't have Chris Hogan right now, so I don't have a deep threat. Patriots aren't a team that can really gunsling, with the best of them. Let's do this. Let's do a screen pass. And if this doesn't work, we'll burn a timeout. All right, juke the shit out of that guy. 17 seconds. Plenty of time for this offense. Let's go deep attack to the end zone. We can still use the middle of the field with a full slate of timeouts. I really want to try to go to Martellus Bennett here. Across the middle. Oh, shit, almost picked off. God, I have not played this bad in Madden in quite some time. Corner strike again? I don't know. Let's see if they'll fucking pick it off. Of course, a 90 overall wide receiver can't run that properly. Like, what is this wonky-ass play call? I've never seen this, like, just the animations on the defense covering this route in my life. Of course, this is the first time. Maybe it's like special snow game animations or something. Alright, come on. Someone just beat their fucking man. And there we go. Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. Give me a sec here. I got something just exactly for this game that I want to play. But hopefully my video won't get flagged because of it. Okay.
I'm a singer. Charlie's doing the song. Yeah. The song's light.
Yeah.
The song's light. I don't like anything, son. Do the song. Do the song. Yeah.
Let's enjoy this song.
There is a spider. It's deep in my soul. He's lived here for years. He just won't let go. He's laying around. He's got a mean bite. Now he's ready to fight and stand up for what he knows. I don't need your trophies or your gold. I just wanna tell you all, go f*** yourself. Spitting at them. Is that the sign? Spit.
That's how I feel right now. Whatever. I mean, this team here is a bunch of fucking hooligans, swindlers, you know. They didn't deserve to make the playoffs in that performance. I played like shit. But also, you could say that 97 overall Tom Brady, you should be able to fucking play 3/3 retarded and be able to still, you know, he's 99 overall. Like, come on, bud. Some of those passes, like everything was bad. The passes sucked. No one else was getting separation against a very average Jets defense. It was just a great. It's just a perfect fucking storm of me playing like shit and my super powered, I guess now incredibly overrated team playing like shit as well. Defense couldn't get a stop anytime we needed them. Just wasn't good. So what we're going to do here, actually, is because Tom Brady maybe had the worst performance I've ever seen, we're going to go with Johnny Manziel as the starting quarterback. Just a nice little fuck you to Tom Brady for playing like shit. I wasn't too... actually, Le'Veon Bell was good. We'll keep Le'Veon Bell in. Like, watch Tom Brady. We're probably going to throw a nice hot pick here. Nice hot pick 6. Like, oh, great protection from the offensive line. Number 70 right in the backfield. Trent Williams, one of the most overrated offensive linemen in the NFL for sure. I mean, how many times has that guy broken the law? Why don't you take another PED there for the most racist team name in the NFL? See, John Manziel, let's see fucking Tom Brady try to do that, get an 8-yard gain on a play like that. John Manziel coming in, do the goddamn garbage work to make up for the yards. Tom Brady got sacked. Luckily, we have a quarterback like Johnny Manziel who can come in and make some plays for us. Look at that. We weren't getting any of these plays with Tom Brady. The answer was Johnny Manziel all along. Money Manziel hits Alshon Jeffrey for an 80-yard touchdown bomb. The team just wasn't responding well to Tom Brady under center. I don't know what it was. Maybe it's his wife that looks like a horse. It's probably something else, something in between that. Okay, now our defense is just disappointed. Look, 14 points. You're letting a fucking wide receiver playing quarterback put up 21 points against you? This is just horrible. I regret even doing this. I hope you guys are finding this somewhat entertaining, but this is very frustrating to me. But I guess we'll just hit Alshon again. Well, I mean, if Alshon Jeffrey had a little bit more speed and took a little less PEDs, that would have been 2 back-to-back bombs for Johnny Manziel. Oh my god, wait, stiff arm that guy. Maybe we can get a touchdown here to end out the first half. But man, Johnny Manziel, never thought I would say that. Johnny Manziel is quite clearly the better quarterback here than Tom Brady. Will he fit that in? On a dime to Martavis Bryant. What? Like, we weren't making those passes with Tom Brady to save his life. John Manziel's doing that in his sleep. Let's go. Of course, Brandon Marshall couldn't. Fucking Brandon Marshall, take a couple more PEDs and be able to jump more than 2 inches. Holy fuck. Remember a time we used to be able to throw it up to a wide receiver that was, over 6'4", and they'd actually make a deep catch for you. There you go. Alshon Jeffrey, though, was fighting hard. Let's go, Pat Stutter. Oh, what? Like, I'm not even okay, for the last, 2 minutes, I've been trolling. I'm not even trolling. Manziel looks better. I'm playing better with Johnny Manziel than I did with the 99 overall Tom Brady. The fuck is that? Not a lot of offensive plays here, though, I'll tell you that. All right, see if we can make that a 3rd touchdown for Johnny Manziel here on the day. Like, someone has to be held responsible here for our team's poor record. And just by the way that I'm playing right now, I think that one person's fucking Tom Brady, because Johnny Manziel is absolutely lighting it up with the Patriots offense here. Third down alert. Sure, I'll get my 4th passing touchdown of the game with Johnny Manziel. Don't worry. Tom Brady can only hope. Maybe Tom Brady needs to go to a Johnny Manziel QB camp. And another one. Okay. Oh, there's a flag on the play. There is a Jonathan Martin on the play. Dwayne Brown. Come on, bro. Too easy. Too easy. Fucking Johnny Manziel, 99 overall fucking pass accuracy, I guess. That's crazy. This is craziness. This game's over. Valiant effort. Thanks to Johnny Manziel. No thanks to Tom Brady. Johnny Manziel came in 350 yards, 4 touchdowns in his first start of the year. New England Patriot fans are wondering, with the whatever fancy land we're in where they got all the bad boys in the NFL, why wasn't Johnny Manziel the starter earlier? Because Tom Brady is clearly washed up. It's probably because I called Tom Brady the GOAT when I was going through the original base roster. It got to his head. He just didn't want to play like it. He thought everything was going to be handed to him. And he had to take his little scrapper like Johnny Manziel, who's 3rd on the depth chart, to come in and invigorate this offense. But definitely look at that. 92 overall team, 99 offense, 91 defense. Be fair, I actually played pretty good that game. But last week was, against the Jets, probably the worst performance I've ever played. Still, the fact that we have a 99 overall offense and a 92 overall defense, a 7-9 record, so that means we were 7-7. A 7-7 record before we took over is completely unacceptable. I guess we'll take a look at the stats here as we wrap this video up here. So Tom Brady on the year, 3,800 passing yards, 38 touchdowns, and 14 interceptions. Interceptions are up high for Tom Brady. Johnny Manziel clearly would have been a better option. Look at that. He has less interceptions thrown than Tom Brady on the year. Higher average yards per game. I mean, we only could fucking imagine what would happen if Johnny Manziel was our starter. We'd probably be undefeated. Running the ball, Le'Veon Bell, 1,300 rushing yards, 9 touchdowns to go with AP's 580 and 7. So our running attack was acceptable, to say the least, but I would assume Le'Veon would have been closer to 100 yards per carry per game. Or 100 yards total per game, not 100 yards per carry. That would actually be pretty crazy, to be honest with you. Also on Jeffrey, 90 receptions, 1,200 yards, almost 1,300 yards, and 16 receiving touchdowns. Brandon Marshall with 1,100 yards, 7 touchdowns. Bennett, 650 and 5. Martavis, 605. Le'Veon Bell, 302. 3 touchdowns for AP and Gates each. On the defense side of the ball, Rolando McClain led the team with 128 tackles. On the sacks front, 9 for Vontez, 8.5 for Allen, 8 for James Harrison. So definitely, I could see we had issues getting after the quarterback. Those sacks numbers are pretty, they're spread out evenly, but we have no double-digit guys, which is usually telling. Keep Talib 3 picks, Hayden 2 picks, and a couple of guys here with an interception to their name. So I think it's definitely no exaggeration by saying Tom Brady is the reason why we were unable to make it to the playoffs in this video. But I hope you guys did enjoy regardless. As always, leave a comment in the comment section below with any suggestions you may have for one of these one-off connected franchise modes. Hopefully we'll have a lot better luck in the future with these. If this is your first time stopping by, don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button, smash the like button. If we can get 69 likes at least on this video for the bad boys, that'd be pretty dope. And until next time, guys, it's your boy C4. Say peace.